Hey guys, Kevin here from dropoutgotrich.com. Today I want to do a video about tips to increase Gmail productivity. I wrote a blog post about it a couple days ago with two little tips um, that helped me quite a bit, and I figured a video would be a lot easier than reading a blog post with the instructions. So the first one was when you're sorting through your email inbox. A lot of times I let my inbox build up, and I like to go through and delete a bunch of older messages. So the way Gmail has it set up is when you go into a message and delete it, it goes back to the inbox again instead of being able to run through all the emails instead of going to the next one, for example. So it gets quite annoying when you have to keep clicking back in, pressing delete, going back in to read it and see if you want to delete it, and then so it's quite a bit easier if it would just go to the next one after you delete it. I was used to that with Hotmail, so that was one thing that annoyed me with Gmail, but I figured out a solution for that. So what you want to do is go to settings here, and at the top you go to labs, and you'll look for auto advance. Because I have it enabled, it's at the top. I believe it was a little further down, but you're going to click enable, and then you're going to go to your general settings and find auto advance here, and see right now I have it set to go back to thread list after deleting conversation. So what I want it to do is go to the previous or older conversation, go down to the bottom and save changes. Now what's going to happen when you go and delete a message, it's going to go to the next one. So it's a lot easier than it going back to the inbox and then having to go back in. So it just makes cleaning up your email inbox a lot easier. So that was the first thing I thought was pretty cool and really helped with my productivity. The next one is a basic Gmail function, but a lot of people don't know it exists. It took me a couple months to realize it was there, but it's creating filters for certain emails. So for example, I'll go to this email by Steve, and his email is steve@golfpics.net. So if any email that comes from Steve, if I want to organize it into a folder, let's say for example Steve runs a website and he's giving out, let's just go with what he's actually doing. He's giving out golf picks. So let's say that these aren't urgent and I don't need to read them right away, so I just want to store them away, and then every couple weeks or whatever I could go in and look at them. That's what I subscribe to, a lot of newsletters, but I don't like reading them every day or getting them pop up every day, so I go back and I check on them every couple weeks. So that's pretty handy to it doesn't clog up your inbox and make you want to check it every day. So here's what you do: you click the down arrow here, and you're going to go to filter messages like these, and so you can pick anything. So you can pick a subject, if a certain subject, if you want to filter that, or has the words, doesn't have the words, but I like to do it by email. So any email from steve@golfpics.net, I'm going to create a filter with this search. So the first thing I want to do is skip the inbox, because I don't want it. These are the emails that you don't want popping up in your email, because if you're like me, you check your email quite a bit, and every time there's a new one I have to read it. So what I do is I skip the inbox, and I also mark it as read. And then I'm going to apply the label, and I'm not actually going to do it for Steve because I need to read his emails as they come in. So but I would create a new label for him and just name it whatever you want, Steve or golf picks or whatever, and then you press create filter, and every time his email comes in, it's going to go right to that filter and it's going to mark it as read. Other things you can do is you can delete it. I don't know why you would do that. You just want to unsubscribe if you're going to do that, but you can forward it. So let's say you're getting emails from a certain company, let's say, and you have a worker that works for you and you want him to get all the emails that company sends, you can forward it to that email or anything like that. But I think the best thing that you can do with this is just apply filters to the different emails that you get. So that you go through that and press create filter, and it's going to come up on the side here. These are all under storage. I have a bunch of different filters here. For example, everything that comes from ClickBank about b-ball picks, which is just one of the products I sell. It goes into a storage thing and it marks it as read, so that saves me about maybe 20 emails a day that I don't have to read if I don't want to, but they're always there in the storage if I need to go back and check on something. Alright, I hope you found those Gmail tips helpful. Cheers, guys.